Ladies and gentlemen, Tom MacDonald is bullish on crypto. The dude's about to drop a new song. Well, I know he dropped one this week. It seems like I think he's got another new song coming out. Someone can let me know in the comments if you know who Tom MacDonald is. I actually am not super familiar with Tom MacDonald. I'm just now kind of finding out who the guy is. And part of the reason is because of this lyric that he put in one of his songs. And he is clearly bullish on cryptocurrency, which I think is absolutely incredible because I think it's going to expose a bunch of new people to cryptocurrency in general. Now, if you don't know who Tom MacDonald is, I mean, I've researched the guy. He's a pretty incredible human in a lot of ways. Now, it looks like he's had his own demons he's had to deal with, and he's a crazy looking dude, all these tattoos and crazy haircut and piercings and whatnot. And he's a white dude who's a rapper. He's kind of like a grittier version of like an Eminem when Eminem was in his heyday, so to speak. Very interesting, except there's a big difference. Tom MacDonald is not part of the machine. This guy is going against the grain. He is swimming upstream. He has got so many songs and albums that have hit the top 100 on the billboards, but he's 100% independent. So let's take a look at this right here. Here's the albums. I want to show you this. Self-release, 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 self-released, self-release, 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 self-release. Most of his songs, or lots of his songs, actually have a corresponding video they put on YouTube, which is where we're going to listen to this song here in a moment. This is his more recent song. And what I like about this lyric, and we'll listen to the lyric here in a minute, but I want to show you something. What's interesting about this is, unlike right now, if you're familiar with what's going on with the SEC is charging a whole bunch of celebrities for promoting cryptocurrency, anything related to cryptocurrency, which I think this is somewhat unfair, and I'll explain why. I'm not saying everybody's innocent. Like, if you lied to people, if you didn't tell people you were getting paid, then that's a problem. The FTC already has guidelines for that. You should, in the US anyway, disclose if a company's paying you. If it's not obvious that you're a paid endorser, you should disclose that. All of my YouTube friends. However, I've always done that on my channel, but the SEC is going after people. The reason the SEC is doing it is a little bit different. They're saying, oh, you're, Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, all these people down here. Jake Paul, Lindsay Lohan, Soulja Boy, all these people, some porn star, Neo, Acorn, whatever, adult actress, hashtag porn star. Anyway, they're saying, hey, you were promoting unregistered securities. And I'm thinking, are you going to define what an actual security is? Because the SEC hasn't defined exactly which cryptocurrency assets are securities or not, and why they're securities. There's no guidelines, there's no regulations outside of just calling them unregistered securities. It's basically regulation through enforcement, which enforcement is supposed to be about backing up regulations. Here they're doing it the other way around. SEC, get your crap together and let us know what actually is a security, and not only that, but why is it a security? I mean, the SEC is calling stablecoins a security, for God's sakes. All right, I'm getting off the topic. What's incredible about Tom MacDonald talking about this is he's talking about just cryptocurrency in general, and he understands the use case of cryptocurrency when he talks about it in the video, which is awesome because most celebrities don't get this stuff. And it goes a step further. He doesn't name any particular cryptocurrency. So it's not like he's been paid for this. It's not some sort of a paid gig. He's chosen, if you know anything about Tom MacDonald, based on the lyrics that I've listened to, the songs I've listened to, this guy is on a mission, man. I mean, he's calling out political correctness. I mean, he's calling out mainstream media. He calls out everybody and everything, and he breaks all sorts of stereotypes and he attacks all sorts of stereotypes. So clearly he's writing his own lyrics from his own heart. And this dude intentionally, on purpose, wrote this lyric in here. We're going to listen to it right here. Now, I've got to warn you, he does not waste words. And he makes about 3 incredibly powerful statements in 60 seconds. By the way, once we get done with this, I'm going to actually show you the trader that I'm using right now, that I'm following right now. This trader has not, in the past 6 months, he's not had a single week where he's lost any money despite all the volatility in the cryptocurrency market. In the past 6 weeks, he's only had a maximum drawdown in his account. I believe it's under 7%, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. I'm going to show you the entire 6-month track record. You don't usually get that, a real third-party track record, but I'm going to show you one here in a minute. But let's go ahead and listen to this.
They told us chase a dollar that made everyone broke. I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough, the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment day is coming. You can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight.
So did you catch that? I want to break that down. 3 different basic statements there.
They told us chase a dollar that made everyone broke.
And he said, trust a dollar that made everyone broke, or chase a dollar. Sorry, chase a dollar that made everyone broke. The dollar, we're supposed to want the dollar, the almighty dollar. It's supposed to be, greenback. It's supposed to be stable. It's supposed to be secure. We all have faith in the dollar. We have faith in our dollars. If you've saved $1 million, then that should, you should feel good about that. And he's saying basically, and it's crazy because he had to write this sometime 6 months ago. He wrote this before the current bank collapses has happened. Yet this is exactly, we're seeing government starting to ramp up the inflation machine again. I mean, we're going to see double-digit inflation, no question. That's, by the way, not financial advice. Not financial advice. I'm a very biased cryptocurrency YouTuber. I'm not a financial advisor, but my personal, very biased opinion is based on what we're seeing right now. We're going to see a lot of massive inflation. So they wanted us to chase this dollar, and it's left everyone broke.
I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough, the government will leave your bank account froze.
Cryptocurrency is our last financial hope. I agree with that. By the way, if you agree, do me a favor and smash that like button. Cryptocurrency is our last financial hope. And then he goes on to say they're going to leave our bank account frozen. And it's really interesting that he says that because a lot of people have predicted that that could potentially happen down the road.
Judgment day is coming. You can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight.
By the way, even if they don't freeze our bank account, they can devalue our bank account, right? All they got to do is increase inflation. By the way, just to make clear what's going on with inflation, in case you don't fully understand this, because I had a buddy of mine today, he tried to explain this. He said, if Bitcoin goes up to $1 million in the next few months, man, that'd be awesome. And I said, well, okay, not really. I mean, if Bitcoin was to go up to $1 million because of massive inflation, because there's someone predicting that out there, if Bitcoin's going to go up because of massive inflation, then all that really fast inflation, the US dollars get inflated, all that means is basically it would buy you what $30,000 would buy you now. Think of it this way. An ounce of gold has always bought roughly the same thing, but the US dollar value of an ounce of gold has always been different. So 100 years ago, an ounce of gold would buy you a nice suit. Today, an ounce of gold is $2,000 will buy you a nice suit. 100 years ago, an ounce of gold might have been $20. Today, an ounce of gold is $2,000 or thereabouts. Interesting that someone like this, Mr. Tom MacDonald here, he gets it for sure. He gets it. By the way, you can come subscribe. I subscribed. I clicked all. I want to see what else he says, what else he comes out with. And I'd like to support the idea, even though this isn't my style of music or anything, I want to support somebody who is independent. I really like someone who's doing their own thing, who's making their own way, and who's sort of going against the grain, if you will. I told you before I wrapped up I would show you a trader that I'm using. Check this out. This is on the BingX platform. I'll put a link in the description to this particular trader. You can see this actual page. This is his 180 days. So you can look at 7 days. You can look at 30 days. You can go all the way out to 180 days. 180 days. This is what his profit line looks like. You can look at risk assessment, max loss, meaning what's the lowest the account has went to. 6% on one day. And by the way, that was just a couple weeks ago when we had all the volatility in the market just before the bank said they were going to bail out, but just before the Fed said they were going to bail out the banks, pulled back 6%. That's it. Never had to lose a week, never had to lose a month. Check this out. Unbelievable. Come over here, 180 day, 97% APR. 746 total trades. Most have been winning trades, have taken some small losses. Average time of holding a trade is 19 days and 1 hour. That's average. Total trade days, 258 days. So the platform only shows you their 180 day, up to 180 days of their track record. But this person's been trading on the platform for 258 days. So this is a trader that I'm actually using personally, following. I've got almost $5,000 following this trader right now. Maybe I shouldn't be this transparent, but this is what I have. I added some funds today actually. So the return, if you look at the total return, so I currently have $3,983 that I have invested. I've only withdrew $100. It was a test trader I was testing out, but I put in $3,983. Currently, I have $4,561 because I've made $678. This is in less than 2 months, by the way. In less than 2 months. I'm currently copying this trader. So I want to get this trader up to about $5,000. That's just me. There's 2 other traders that I'm using that I'm testing out. If you want to find out who they are, go down in the description. Subscribe to my journey from $500 to $5,000 per month copy trading. And I say 500 because last month I did $554. Actually, it looks like I'm on track to do a little bit less than that this month, but it's okay because I'm going to be adding funds. I'm compounding funds. So next month I should hopefully make more than $554. But you can see the exact traders I'm using. Here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be putting out a video to everyone who's subscribed to this list. Just go down in the description, click subscribe, or I'm sorry, click the link, put your name and email in, click submit, and you'll get notified on exactly which traders I'm following. But this trader's doing really, really good. I like this guy a lot. It doesn't mean that he can't mess up. Doesn't mean that he can't blow an account. You got to be aware of that. There's so much risk that I'm taking right now. A risk on the platform that the exchange that I'm using. That's a risk. Risk that this trader doesn't do something crazy. Stablecoin risk could be an issue, meaning the U.S. government suddenly, could ban stablecoins. That could be a potential issue. There's always risk in crypto, so we have to diversify. We have to diversify, decrease risk, manage risk, diversify. But I'm going to cap him at about $5,000, and then I've got some other traders I'm going to be adding funds to. Ultimately, I'd like to get about $20,000 on this platform, and then I've got some other plans. I'll share those with those of you that are subscribed, so just stay tuned for that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. I think it's incredibly bullish that Tom MacDonald likes cryptocurrency. I think that's freaking awesome. We're going to play through the whole segment one more time just so you can listen to it. And then, in fact, we'll pull up a little bit. I'll let you listen to a little more. And then I'll head out of here. So here we go. Listen to this.
Children are the future till we ruin them with headlines. Should be past their bedtime, but everyone's woke. They told us chase a dollar that made everyone broke. I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough, the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment day is coming. You can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight. This ain't your granddaddy's planet Earth. It's black and white. The end is coming. I'll see y'all in the afterlife.